Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to your Monday night entertainment, and what a show we have for you tonight. This you will not want to miss. That's right, folks, it's the Tier 1 Championship Showdown. Our only title left to be decided this season. Will it be Reese Whitcomb or will it be Agoni? Just 6 points separates them. And what better track to do it on? The home of British motor racing. This 3.661 mile 18 corner circuit built on an old airfield has seen some mega battles over the years, and if Tier 2 is anything to go by, it will do again tonight. We had rain, which we seem to have again, spins and overtakes galore. No full safety cars though, so well done to the Tier 2 boys. Can the Tier boys live up to this benchmark? Now, unfortunately, my comms buddy for the evening seems to be a little bit delayed, so we'll just have to go ahead without him and hope for the best. Hopefully he can get in with us soon. So if anybody wants to comment on the YouTube chat, feel free. Might give us something extra to talk about. And I believe there's a stray man kicking around.
There is, for the last and final time.
Ah, good evening, Gavin.
Good evening, good evening.
You managed to find your way from your delay.
That's one way of putting it. I see the rain has arrived.
Oh, it's made its way back.
I did a rain dance twice today, one for Tier 2 and one for Tier 1.
And not to disappoint, the Tier 1 boys are currently on the full wets.
Ah, well, it teaches them. They get it too easy.
Exactly. I thought we had it bad in Tier 2 having the intermediate tyres for the race. I mean, if anybody knows what the weather report is, that would be good to hear.
Wet. Wet. Wet.
Do you feel it in your fingers and your toes?
My feet are wet. My toes are soaked. My fingers are moist.
I've still not dried out from the Tier 2 race, so...
Better put the heating on then, eh?
Yeah, we definitely had. So let's stay on board with Mr. Bailey. He seems to be the first one out. And the first one to start a lap. Looks like he's got a nice setup on the go. He's nicely hooked up through there. Just bringing himself around onto the straight. There'll be no flappy action tonight. Not while it's raining anyway.
Nah, it's just a shame he's in that car.
It's not a bad looking car, let's face it. It's just the steering wheel that's awful.
Well, the whole thing's awful.
Coming round into Luffield. He's got that nicely hooked up onto the old pit straight.
He looks a bit slow.
Does look a little slow, but it is wet, so we'll forgive him. How brave is he going to be into cops? He slings it in and goes wide by a country mile. Doesn't seem to invalidate though, as is the Codemaster's glitch for you. Into Maggots and Peckets. Oh, he's definitely understeering through here. Coming round into Chapel, he's managed to get it back and pointing in the right direction. Down the hanger straight. He's definitely not going slow. Maybe it just looks that way, because it's a Williams.
It just goes backwards.
Through Stowe. Oh, a little bit twitchy on the exit. Down into the final couple of corners, the complex. Nicely hooked up there. And what time are we going to see? We've got a 1:43.4. Nice first lap from the Bailey.
Good or bad, we shall see.
I have no comparison on that one.
Nope. None.
So, as I was going to say in my intro before you didn't...
Rudely interrupted you.
Well, before you got a little bit delayed.
Ah.
I was going to say that it's a very British comms box is this one. We have Union Jacks and Tea galore. And I'm joined by a very mad, random Scottish man.
I'm Irish. Top of the morning to you. It's a little bit wet.
Oh. Did you have to bring Agnes with you as well?
She's partying it down in London.
And I see we've got the milkman in the chat, perfect for the tea.
I've just had a cup of tea, or I am having one.
I'm having a nice beer after that race.
Well, quite right. I haven't had one for a while.
Well, Sam must admit quite hard work, but...
Nick BT's in the gravel.
Was fairly enjoyable to actually get points for a change.
Well, at least you'd never got took out. On
this is true. It was close. But I think that was a little bit of a lack of traction on my part as well as other people's, so... we forgive and forget, we move on.
Well, someone else has spun. Sergeant Uncle Sam has spun.
I'm just watching with one of the championship contenders, Mr. Magoni himself.
One of the Ferraris has as well, Kid Dynamite.
Mr. Bailey looks to be on it tonight.
Well, there's a first for everything.
Harsh. Harsh, Mr. Gav.
No. Factual.
I'd still say harsh.
Factual.
But hey ho. Where did Agoni put? Agoni only managed 9th. I'm sure he's got something better than that in the bag.
That is outrageous.
Speaking of bags and tea bags, I hope it's Yorkshire tea you're drinking.
Earl Grey.
Really?
Yes. Earl Grey this evening, yes.
Get some Yorkshire tea in you, man.
No. Here's a question: Is Reese going to deliver the championship today, or is Damiano going to slip it between him? Because if it's like this in the race, oh goodness gracious me!
I think it's going to be interesting. I mean, there's, like I said in my intro, there's only 6 points separating them. And as we know from the MRC show, anything can happen, like J Sarge has just been disqualified.
Why? What's he done?
I believe he's had a bit of a moment coming out of cops.
Oh, he has, yeah.
Must have been the wrong way, tried to turn it round and probably got disqualified for his troubles.
Yep. Chris Bailey's only got two 1/100ths of a second gap between him and Reese.
See, the milkman's on the right wavelength. Yorkshire tea is the only tea.
Well, it's not.
It's the only tea worth drinking.
Yeah.
As Mr. Bean would say, and as Mr. Hodges just said it in the YouTube chat, do it for Yorkshire!
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Lawrence not doing any help to the groundsman of Silverstone by his rendition of a tractor.
No, certainly not, but we move on.
We do.
Let's see, Sloventier on a lap.
Who?
No, he's mowing the gravel.
Oh, that's Laurentier. That's him. That's who I was just talking about.
Let's go back to Mr. Bailey.
Oh, really?
Mr. Bottle Job.
Well, Bailey's a bottle job.
Bottle Job Bailey.
Ah, yes.
Oh, he looks bloody quick here. He's just at a purple middle sector.
BB Scouts. Oh, Tail got happy there.
Usually does coming out of there in the wet. I found it every single lap. You couldn't avoid it. If you want to put any sort of power down, you have to get Tail happy coming out of there.
Yep. Chatty Duck. Oh, look at that, 142.3 from Bailey.
Chatty Duck's in the right place. He's a duck and it's wet.
Yep. So, Ujoni could win the championship. Right now, though, he's not really doing much.
Well, Reese is the one ahead, so Ujoni needs to beat Reese
he's gone
by
third.
I would say probably more than 6 points, because I believe Reese has had more wins, but...
He needs to get 7 points. So he basically needs to win with Reese second. And none of them get the fastest lap.
Let's have a quick look.
He is ahead of Reese on the track at the moment.
So Reese has had 4 wins.
Yep.
Agoni's had 2, so yeah, Agoni needs to outscore Reese, because if he scores the 6 points, it'll go into count back and Reese would be champion.
Well, if Ujoni won the championship, it would certainly be a first. It's the only championship Mercedes are going to win this season.
Now, Mr. Gav.
Even with their ridiculously Knight Rider car.
Hey, I'm not a Mercedes fan, and even I think it is absolutely stunning, personally.
Rubbish. Sorry, did you mean rubbish?
No, I said stunning.
Rubbish, sorry, yeah, I heard it right. Rubbish, yes, that's it, yes. Thought so. The only black car which looked decent was the Arrows from 1998.
Really?
Yes. Oh, Ujoni somehow managed to lose it in a straight. He did set a purple best sector though. That was good.
Supping away on your Philistine tea, are we?
Yes, Kid Dynamite's lost his front wing. I've tried that in the wet around Baku, it didn't work very well.
And Seppi's just gone fastest.
Madness. Utter madness. I did like the rain last week when I raced in it. I did enjoy that. Oh, he's just got a bit accelerator heavy.
Just invalidated himself as Nick.
Yes. Reese is now 5th, Ujoni's 3rd, so he's got Kid Dynamite in between him and his championship compadre.
Not the firecracker.
Yeah. It's been a while since I commentated on Tier 1. Last time I commentated on Tier 1 was Miami.
With me?
What? Was it?
It was.
When was it? When did I get into trouble?
When I was sorting out my intro, the last intro was that I had written down was for Miami, and it was me and you.
But hold on. I got into it. I said some things which maybe were slightly non-politically correct that time. I may return it tonight.
And I can't remember which race you got in trouble for.
Miami. It's got to be. Got to be. I was led astray.
You was not led astray.
I was.
You was the one leading me astray.
No. Never. Never. Ooh. Nothing's really happening. This is slightly, if I'm going to use the expression, non-eventful.
I see Sergeant Uncle Sam found his way to the grid for Tier 1. Somebody clearly looked at the AWOL system and found him.
They did.
There's Chatty Duck on a decent lap, let's see. Oh, it's pretty much just started one. At least it gives us somebody to watch.
Exactly.
I don't know, Boothie. I'm going to let Gav answer that one.
What's the question?
Why are French people French?
French people are French because they committed adulterous sins in a previous life and were decided to go into a lifestyle of absolute misery. Hence the reason they became French. That is why French people are French. They are useful at hosting events such as a war. A few times. And they are also useful or useless at stopping people going onto boats. And they like to go out in high-vis jackets. I actually do like the French. I've taken a newfound love of the French. I like the French. Do you like the French?
I like everybody, so...
Well, that's debatable. Anyway, why am I being asked about the French? It's almost like a leading question.
That's why I put it to you.
Ah, right, okay, that makes sense. That does make sense then. Well, to be fair, Connor was mentioning something about the Germans. So
You seem to have a hatred of everybody.
I do not. How rude. How very rude. I love many people. Who's your championship predictor then tonight so far?
Ooh, I don't know. Because it's wet. It's really hard to call, especially with the no traction.
Oh God, Anne. This will be a test of skill. But I look forward to it.
Oh, we always look forward to it, especially when it's tier 1.
Oh God, yeah. Anyway, are there comments being put on the YouTube? Oh no, that's a man talking about Donald Trump.
What, not you?
No, not me. It wasn't Joe Biden. Right, let's have a look.
I see we've got a few people joining us in the YouTube. We've got Ant, who should be racing.
Why isn't he racing?
Well, he is, but... Well, he's finished his lap now, but... Milkman, who wants to put the milk in the Yorkshire tea.
He's only 10th as Anton. Anton, get a move on. Spend less time inputting comments into YouTube and more time actually driving. I know, but he's shown himself up. 12:43.4. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Martin said he was sweating like crazy after that race.
Well, the rain will have cooled him down.
Hodgie cheering us on as always.
Naturally. Martin Hill says the 98 hours looks absolutely
shizzle.
She won TE. A shiitake mushrooms. Why is Chris Bailey spinning? Anyway.
Because it's Chris Bailey, he's a bottle job.
Well, that is true. They just stuck a name on the side, yes, they did, but it was still good. I liked it. Why are French people French? Oh, we've done that. Milkman says, I love croissants. Croissants are good. Croissants are good. Okay, fair enough. Steve. Who's Steve J?
Kaiser Soze.
It's Kaiser. Oh, there we go. Ant says Gav trying his best to make himself believe he's got a newfound love for the French. I do. I am seeking adoption by the French. I have gone for a French passport. And in my interview with them, they asked me for all my credentials, and I gave them it, and they said, we have never found a man who is like you ever. And that was me just explaining and showing them videos of MRC.
Fair enough.
They were very pleased with my impression, my singing of the Le Marseillaise.
So there we go for the finale. Reese is on pole with Seppi in second. Bottlejob Bailey's in third with Agoni in fourth. So the championship challengers are first and fourth. 7/10 of a second separating as well. G-Star fifth, Kid in sixth, Confetti seventh, Chatty Duck eighth, Nick BT ninth, Eva Voice 10th, Calvin in 11th, Anton 12th, Sergeant Uncle Sam 13th, Ghost Rider 14th, Lorpy 15th, Slayer 16th, Laurentia, Saviour, Bergen and J-Sarge all have no time. Well, Sarge did, but he got disqualified for the game being the game. So yeah, predictions, Mr. Gav.
Neither of the top two in the championship are going to finish.
Alright, first one, prediction on the weather.
Rain.
Let's see if you're right. It's dry!
That is utter BS.
I agree, after having to race through a wet. I mean, that is a lot of work on your arms, especially if you're racing on a wheel.
Yeah.
So much feathering the throttle and fighting the car, it's sliding all over the place. Although in some ways it could make the battle more interesting, because they will actually be able to go wheel to wheel.
Yeah.
Which is a lot harder, obviously, in the rain.
Yep.
But we all love a wet race, especially if we're watching it.
We do. The problem with the dry is nobody likes it because it sometimes leads to boring races.
Silverstone does usually deliver.
Well, sometimes. I'd like to see them going around Donington Park. I think that would be absolutely... Could you imagine MRC going down the Craner curves? No. Be legendary. Apparently, there was a time my aunt, Mary Queen of Scots, she was evicted to France because they were trying to kill her.
Now let's have a quick look at tyres before you fill us up with some more random facts. So Reese, Seppi, Chris Bailey, Nick BT, Anton and J Sarge have all gone mediums. Everyone else has gone hards.
That is interesting actually in terms of it now. The question is, did you say the two championship compadres are the same? No. Different, hard and medium.
So Agoni's playing the long game, whereas Reese wants the early pace.
And that's going to be interesting.
I mean, obviously, I didn't get the option to do this, but personally I would have started hard. Because you get the warm-up lap to try and warm them up while you're not in a racing perspective.
Yep, I would agree with that.
Trying to warm up them hards mid-race with all the corners this track throws at you, it's not going to be fun.
No, it's not. I'd
rather warm the mediums mid-race.
I would rather have the mediums towards the end, for definite. Lower fuel, totally go for them, as opposed to burning your mediums out early dawn.
I think that's what it said for all of us, Boo. For light rain for tier 2.
Was Boothie in tier 2?
Yeah, he was reserving, I believe.
Oh,
but it never actually dried up for us.
No, but that's problematic.
There's one thing, I didn't do a season 4 and hit the pit wall off the start. Maybe that's because you weren't on comms watching me.
Well, here we go.
Certainly are. We're just waiting for everybody to finish lining up and then we can have the lights. So for the final time this season, we go... Pausing. Racing! Everybody seems to get away fairly well. Reese has definitely got the better start.
He has indeed. Absolutely flowing.
Tucks it into turn 1 nicely and off he goes. everybody seems to be getting away fairly safely. Although there's an Aston. J Sarge really didn't get away well. Wonder what happened to him back there. It's definitely tight up the front though, because Seppi is crawling all over the diffuser of Reese. But they're on the same strategy, so Reese ain't going to want to let him go.
No.
I thought he was going to have a look into Brooklands though, but he's not. He's
Bailey,
thought better of it.
Chris is having a little bit of what looks like understeer. Medium to hards, lap 11 to 15.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Calvin's having a bit of a torrid time at the back, unfortunately. He looked mighty quick for tier 2 as well.
He did. The big one's going to be the gap between Reese and Ujoni. Because if that gap, which is 2.2 at the moment, gets to any more than 8-9 seconds, I think he's had it. To be honest. It's currently 2.4, so it's not doing too badly. Ghost Rider and Loppy are having a little battle with each other. Reese fastest man, there's a surprise, he's the first one across the line. J Sargent Chatty Dug, the two alphas not having a good race, 16th and 18th. Nick B, oh, already Nick BT gets a 3-second warning. Wow, he must have been doing some naughty things in the opening lap. Either that or he just absolutely jumped a corner. Laurent, Laurent and Anne are having battles. Oh, I think there was a little bit of a love tap there between Laurentier and Anton.
Anton Dubek.
Anton Dubek, guess who's trying to go up the inside, but he's not going to manage that.
Mediums to hard, so he's got a lot better traction and he's trying to make the most of it early on in the race.
2.7 the gap in the championship standings. Currently, if this race was to finish this way, Reese would be champion.
It's just popped up with the pit predictions. Why on any earth would you go for a two-stop strategy here? You lose about 30 seconds in the pit lane.
Yes, it's not the type of circuit. It's not like a Canada or a Austria where you could potentially make a bit of gain.
The only time you gain is when you go in, you miss the final complex. The problem is the pit lane here is 37 mile an hour. And it's that long from start to finish. You lose about 30 seconds. You do not want to be two-stopping.
Well, yeah, exactly.
I mean, our comms compadre Hodgie was very quick in that race. But because he ended up with a drive-through penalty off the safety car, it cost him big time.
Do you know what you do? What we don't need is a safety car in this race, because what we don't want is a race decided by a safety car.
Well, we only got a virtual in tier 2. That's all we had all race.
Ah.
I think that was actually pretty good racing from the tier 2 boys. That.
Yep, Ghost Rider in the pits. Something's happened to the McLaren. He is trundling down in his JCB digger. Floppy Loppy is, well...
Do not diss the papaya like that.
What's it? It is. They have JCB sponsorship, I'm sure of it. No, that's Aston Martin.
You used to love the papaya.
I did, but...
The Iron Brew Express.
Yeah, but not that livery. It has to be the one I run in MRCX.
I like the standard. I do like the one you run in X as well.
Oh, yes. It's beautiful.
I was tempted to run that on Friday, but I won't be running it now.
Ah. I'll tell you one thing. Confetti Creek is up the rear of the German G-Star.
Let's go have a quick
look. He bumped him! He bumped him. He gave him a nudge up the chuff.
Well, Ant's lying in waiting, trying to find a way past.
Yeah. Mr. Hodgson says, get your facts right, Mr. Gaff. What facts? No, the JCB, I made a slight error. Because but they are orange, so technically they would go well with our friends in orange. And who did Orange last sponsor?
That was Arrows, wasn't it?
Arrows, exactly. 2000 and 2001 and 2002 before they hit the wall in France, literally. Heinz Harald Frentzen and was it Enrico Bernaldi? No, he was 2001 Enrico Bernaldi because he held up some very slow, square-faced Scottish person.
You're talking about Mr. Coulthard.
Aye, him. Martin, no, it's not yellow. It may look yellow, but the sun looks yellow. It isn't yellow. The sun is a mixture of orange and yellow. So I am calling your bluff on this one. I will stick a JCB sticker on our race posters for next season. Oh, saying that, I still stand by it. If people want particular cars on the race posters for next season, do let me know. I've had some interesting ones so far. People have asked, whilst there, Fernando Alonso, Jenson Button.
Was that Mr. Hills asking for Button?
No, it wasn't. He was a man who couldn't race in Tier 2 tonight. Pastor Maldonado, 1994 version of Michael Schumacher. Someone has asked for the Lola of 1997, and I think we may see a Prost feature, as well as Mick Schumacher, and a few others.
No, Boothie, that will not happen.
It shall not, how dare you. I'll put you in a wall.
I mean, if we're going for that one, I suppose we could go for the magic button moment as well.
Nah! Brake. Oh, look. Went straight on. Brakes
And through
dodgy.
goes Hamilton!
Aye, into the break-ins area. Oops. Do you know what, right? This will be controversial. That's what cost him the championship, not Abu Dhabi. Smoke on that pipe. There we go.
But then again, you could say there's several things that stopped Max from getting it earlier, so...
Exactly. Lewis Hamilton took him out in Britain.
Let's not reopen this topic of 2021, though. We're just going to trigger too many people.
Triggering? Have we started the pit stops yet? No, nobody's triggered the pit stops yet.
I think we triggered the Hodge.
He loves me really.
Yes, Richard Bailey, we could actually do that. If we get a safety car, could we discuss predictions for F1 2023?
Yes, a car will finish first.
And I tell you what, in the spirit of looking through for race posters, as much as I don't want to say it, I think the through goes Hamilton moment from Silverstone would be good for the Silverstone one.
He's not appearing on any race poster.
Now, Mr. Gav, you've got to be fair.
I am. I'm putting Nico Rosberg on it.
Nico Rosberg did not race in 2022.
No, he didn't, but I've got cars on there that didn't even race in the 21st century.
I still think that scene, because of how many cars are there and how good that bit of racing was, would be good for a Silverstone poster.
I'll stick him in a McLaren, that'll do. There we go. 2008, there you go.
When he was champion.
To be fair, he only became champion because Felipe Massa had an incident in the pits in Singapore.
Oh, you could say because Timo Glock didn't change his tyres and stuffed
That
up on
is
the last
true.
corner, but...
That is true as well. I like your positioning of this debate.
That's motor racing.
It is. Eugeni's third, by the way. Kid Dynamite and Chris Bailey. Chris Bailey's now losing it in terms of his tyres have gone off the cliff.
Mr. Hodgson says stop being a hater.
I don't hate anybody.
You do. I've just given you a perfectly good suggestion for a race poster and you just dismissed it.
Yes, because the reason I've dismissed it is because it wouldn't fit with my cultural items that I will include,
But it's
or the
not.
colour scheme.
It's not just about Mr. Gav. It's about the whole of MRC. I'm trying to be inclusive here.
No, but I am being inclusive. Have you seen the recent posters? We've had people from the 50s, the 60s. We've had people who are 70 or 80. We've had a Jordan. We've had a Mercedes. We've had... Excuse me, actually, hold on a minute. I included Lewis Hamilton in the Brazil poster. So, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. Ding-a-ding. Not done that for a while since Hungary, many seasons ago. He was included in a race poster. There you go.
Yeah, well, don't be tight. Include him next time as well. Just keep people happy.
Well, include him in Abu Dhabi.
No, because I know what picture you've got in mind for that.
Oh, how rude.
I don't think we have Abu Dhabi on the calendar anyway, so we're safe on that one.
We are indeed. We are indeed.
Let's not start playing trigger games.
No. Tigger, did you say?
No, trigger. And I think I agree with both of them. What Mr. Hills has
Can
just
we
come
have
up
a
with.
Damon in his championship year? Yes, we can.
At Japan.
And Mansell giving Senna a lift? Yes, we can, yes.
Do you know what race that was from?
1990 what? The Mansell giving Senna a lift?
Yeah.
Yes.
Was it anything on the calendar?
Probably. Probably.
No, Boothie, we're not having Bottas bowling.
Oh, that would be just shocking.
Because I'm sure that's the crash at Hungary he was referring to.
Yep. Right.
Left.
To bring it back to our lovely... yes, exactly. Forward. 2.7 the gap between Reese and Eugene. This is starting to get interesting.
I mean, Seppi still looks like he's in pounce mode.
It does.
He just doesn't seem to have the straight line speed to get past Reese.
No.
The question is Reese pushing properly, or is he just cruising around?
Do you know what? I would probably say he is cruising to an extent, but I think he's playing a very good game. I mean, in terms of telemetry, he's got 76% ERS, whereas Sweppy behind him's 46, Eugenie's 65. So both championship challengers are making decent progress.
I mean, from what we can see here, Agoni is really, really holding on them hards.
Oh,
that could put him in very, very good contention for the end of the race.
Yep.
Because he will be naturally quicker when he gets the mediums and the lower fuel.
He will.
Could he be sneaking this one from under Reese's nose?
Yes, I think he could possibly.
Or could Mr. Dynamite get in on the action? Because he's staring at the diffuser of Agoni, and as we know from previous Silverstone races, he's very, very quick here.
He is, yes.
Do you remember his last first in the 100%er?
Yes. I think I commentated on that one.
You did, we both did.
Ah, yes.
And he stole the race lead from Jay Sarge on the last lap.
Yeah, he did.
One hell of a drive. I mean, he's... Mr. Dynamite, if you don't know him, is practically esports level on this track.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe not the full-blown Marcel Keith of them lot. I'd say more amateur esports, but he's definitely up there.
Yep, he is.
Especially on this track.
All of them are good.
Yeah, I mean, some of these Tier 1 boys are absolute aliens.
Yep.
Compared to the rest of us.
Yep.
And you used to be up there.
It's a bit slow these days.
Yeah, what happened?
I don't know.
I still remember our epic Season 5 battle at Monaco.
Yes. Did I not slightly barge my way past you at one point?
You did on the final few laps. You barged your way through.
Well, yeah.
So I got me on that last season when I got the championship, and you didn't.
That is true. I was never actually in contention for the championship.
You was early in the season.
Yeah, but then it went the way this season went, which is
After
utterly
your
useless.
Hungary exploits,
Oh God.
which most people in MRC have seen the video of.
Yeah.
Hugo Braun sat there quaking in his shoes already.
Oh, he's definitely quaking in his shoes.
Hey,
They're
you'll get some nice battles again with him next season.
I've had some battles with him already.
Well, especially next season, he'll be back to his former glory because the full traction is back in Tier 3.
Yeah, that is going to happen. By the way, the gap to you, Joan, is 1.7 seconds now.
Yeah, Joan is really making moves now. I think the mediums are dead.
Yes, I would agree with that.
I mean,
And again,
they're on the 11th lap. We only really expect him to go between 10 and 12 with the full fuel as well. It's going to kill him quicker.
Excuse me.
I thought Kidd was going to put a move on a goalie then.
He may well be.
Seppi's pitted. He's
Wow.
trying to get the undercut on Reese now.
He will be. He will be.
If he can get them tyres warmed up well, he could really pull a powerful undercut here. Because this track is very, very hard on the tyres, I think.
They are, and this is the thing. You have to get your tyre choice spot on. If you don't, then you're gonna have issues.
Yeah, you really have to call the strategy right here.
Yep, agreed.
If you push some tracks, you can go longer. This is not one of them.
Yeah, I would agree
you
with
go
that.
them that lap or two longer, and it can cost you a lot. Because you don't actually you get used to driving your car with the wrecked tyres and the pace you've got. Then you go in, get a new set of tyres, come back out, and it's like, what's all this grip?
Yeah.
You're practically oversteering yourself because you're not used to having this grip.
No, that's true. That is true.
I did that with the Inters because I pushed a couple of laps longer than what the strategy said I should do because I felt alright on them. Came back out on the fresh ones and like, grip!
Uh-oh. You're like, yes, that's what I want. But grip.
And that's when I actually started to find some pace.
Well, I mean, still there though.
And Reese is in the pit lane, so Agoni is currently the race leader.
We'll be happy about that.
Well, he's got several more laps to go on them hards yet. I mean, the strategy will probably say pit around lap 14, 15. You could, I say, push it to 16 and only do 10 laps on the mediums. Maybe even 17, but that is pushing it. Depends how comfortable you are and how much of a tyre whisperer you are. So in Gav's case, it'd be going to 20 laps.
Maybe.
You like them absolutely ridiculous strategies that nobody else can pull off.
Yes.
Look at Japan.
Yes.
The Tier 3 race, we were having a bit of fun. I was teaming with you for the night.
Yes,
I pitted and I'm like, come on Gav, you need to pit. You need to
that's
pit.
true. Yep.
No, I'm fine.
Well, I was fine.
And then you ended up going to the softs, which was a bad strategy call, like I told you.
Well, yeah, it was a bad choice at the time.
Told you to go mediums.
Well, yes, I know, but it just didn't quite work.
It really didn't work at 130R, but never mind.
No, it didn't. It didn't.
It's like Mr. Dynamite in the pit lane. It certainly is. So that's one of the first of the hard runners, I believe. Let's bring the tyres up. Yeah. Oh, Confetti Krieger's pitted as well, so he was the first hard runner.
Excellent.
Kid is obviously the first of the front pack, going that direction with this strategy. Anton is still out there on 13 lap mediums, the absolute mad Frenchman.
Mm-hmm. As we know.
They're not going to be feeling pretty.
No.
Mr. Dynamite's going to... Is Mr. Dynamite going to exit the pit ahead of Reese? Oh, that was close, but no. No cigar there.
Ooh.
Reese will have been praying. He'll have seen that red Ferrari coming down the pit lane. He'll be like, no, 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 no. I have to win.
No, 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 no.
Sorry, I've been in too many parties with you. No, 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 no.
Well, no, I don't usually go, no, 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 no. I usually go, no, 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 wee.
Yeah, something like that.
Or I go as I pass someone, get it, or, oh, hello, welcome for the pass, goodbye.
Yeah, that's not what you said.
It is, I said, hello, here's some flowers. I said to Hugo Braun, welcome, it's raining, here's an umbrella for you.
That is really not what you said, but we can't say on comms what you said.
Bunty, that I said Bunty, I says, here's an umbrella for you, Bunty, the leader has pitted, you Jonies in the pits.
Got it. Ant, Saviour, all in the pit lane, Chatty Duck as well.
Right, this is where life will be made.
Let's jump on board with Mr. Reese. He's just coming into the final complex now.
Yes, he is, and I'm on board with you, Joni, who's trundling down.
Oh,
trundling, he's going to do it.
Reese is just over the start finish straight. He's coming into turn one now. Can he make it? He was going to take the lead. He was going to have it.
No, he's done it.
Oh, that was close.
They were literally meters apart.
Gunn is separated. He's jumped in the middle of Reese and Kid though. That could be crucial for his championship hopes.
That is absolutely going to be the case. Guaranteed.
He just needs to get some serious heat in them tyres, and Kid's got him. He's took him into Brooklands.
But let me put some angle on this, if I can. He's got to get those medium tyres up. He just needs to keep it calm.
And not let Seppi past, who is right up his diffuser.
Yes, that.
Come on, Mr. Triangle. His tyres should be nicely warm by now. He's got his flappy action as well.
Oh. Well, if season 10 works in the calendar of events for life, flap action is a new topic.
Flap action is always a topic with you.
No, it's not. Helmet chat has been this year or this season flap action.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll find the time for the comms.
Do you know what I'm just thinking? Kid Dynamite's going to make a move on Reese, sorry.
Not with the twitching he's just had.
No, he did have a little bit of a twitch, that is true, but I wouldn't put it past him. He's got some decent straight line speed though, which is not helpful for Agoni's challenge. Yep, let's agree.
But this race is now really starting to... Oh, Agoni's had a major moment. Coming out of left field, got absolute tank slapper, and Seppi's just got him. That's really not helpful for his championship.
No, it isn't. He's going to need to just keep it tight.
Championship standings wise, it's Reese at the top. Agoni is 6 points behind him.
Yep.
Don't know the actual figures. We can have a quick look. So it is Reese on 203, Agoni's on 197. The next nearest challenger is Seppi on 157. So he's obviously not in the championship fight, but
no, he's not.
He's not even in the fight for P2 either, unfortunately.
But I wouldn't get overly excited right now. In terms of, he doesn't need to worry too much.
Well, Kid's got past Reese. So
He has.
Kid's going to try and scamper off.
Which is fine, right? Because bear in mind that all Reese has to do is stay in front of you, Joni.
But Joni's going to want to get past Seppi and Reese, and then be within 3 seconds of Kid Dynamite, so Kid's Dynamite's penalty puts him below him.
Yep. But Sweppy's got a penalty as well.
But Joni's not going to be worrying about that at the
Nope.
moment because he needs to be past him to get after Reese.
Martin Hill says, can you explain the championship standings, please? Yes, I can. It's
did.
either Eugeni or Reese to win the championship. The gap is 6 points right now, and as it stands, Reese is champion. Although he had a huge, Sweppy had a huge big quiz. If Eugeni is to win this championship, Mr. Hills, he is to outscore the Reese Whitcomb by 7 points. There is the championship standings, brought to you by Earl Grey. Hello.
Although we do also have the Haas versus the Mercedes in the constructors.
Oh! He's gone!
Wow, he really has. That was
has.
a major moment coming out of Stowe.
I was on board with you, Joni, thinking, what? Oh, we've got yellow, it's okay. It's okay, Cam. Kid Dynamite's the fastest man on track.
So Agon is now in the net P3, half a second off the back of Reese.
He is.
He's staring at his diffuser, he's going to be in the DRS zone.
Now, if you, Joni, got Reese, that is 15 points to you, Joni, 12 to Reese. That is only 3 points. That is not enough.
It would be if he stays within 3 seconds of Kid Dynamite, though.
No, it wouldn't.
It would, because it would then put Ogoni as the race winner. G-Star has got a pit yet.
So he does. Kid Dynamite at a moment! Oh, he's gone round, coming out of the big turny bendy one.
Big turny bendy one? Which one's that? You mean Luffield?
Luffield.
Oh, look at Ogoni, he's all over the diffuser of Reese.
He's absolutely pushing him along. He's injecting some German into that Italian stallion. Wow.
He's got the flap open. Can he make the move into Stowe? Can he make it?
Go!
Oh, he's going for the outside. I don't think he's going to make it though.
He's got to watch. He's still going to go for it though. He's going to go down the inside now. He's going to take the second place.
He's now the net race leader.
It's a Mercedes 1-2. Oh, and Reese got a twitch coming out there.
Now Ogoni needs to settle his head and just set off.
Yes, he does.
He has to build a gap. He needs a buffer.
What Reese needs to do now, he needs a fastest lap. Because right now, the championship is falling away from him. Minute by minute, metre by metre, and the flap isn't going to help him here. Because the championship is going to go to the Eugeni, not to the Reese.
Well, we've still got another 7 laps of this to go.
He's just went round the long turny bendy corner.
It's called Luffield.
Yes.
Turny bendy corner. There's plenty of them.
Turny bendy corner. Well, there was another slightly bendy corner.
That was
and
the
they're now coming.
infamous cops.
Yep.
Into Maggots and Beckett's.
Imagine calling it maggots. I mean, I could think of better things to call it.
There's probably
maggots.
a reason for it. I can't remember.
There is.
What it is.
No, there is. It's all to do with the church.
I thought that was
church.
Chapel.
Church, same thing. But there is a link to the church. But anyway, we'll just wait just now.
I learned that off an episode of The Apprentice.
Ah, that is me, Sir Alan Sugar.
You're fired.
Yes, that's it. G-Star's
in the pit. Ogoni is now the race leader.
Is the race leader, but he's half a second.
He's really going to have to be on it these last few laps. He doesn't want to be, but he's going to have to be.
6 laps to go. 6. Not 7, because that's the gap that is needed. 7 points. And at the moment, Hughes only has those 7 points. He would take the championship by 1.
Oh.
It would be like Hamilton and Massa in 2008.
It really would.
It going to...
They've both got to keep it on the road, pointing in the right direction, going as fast as they can.
I don't know who I predicted at the start.
I agree, Mr. Hodge. This is tension, and why would anyone look anywhere else for your Monday night entertainment? I said this at the start. This is your Monday night entertainment. You do not want to be anywhere else. This is the showdown of all showdowns.
Watford 3, West Brom 2, just in case people are interested.
Yeah, football.
Yep.
Go away. This is more
saying.
interesting.
Yes, I know, but that means that people don't have to go and look for it. We're giving them a public service.
Yeah, but what if one of these is a West Brom fan? You could make them crash.
They're not listening to me.
They probably are. They're probably going.
No.
They're probably throwing the phone to the other side of the room, going, "What's that screaming?"
Ow! Kid Dynamite set the fastest lap of the race. Do you know what, though? Right, this is the whole thing. Imagine what could be the drama if one of the two championship contenders got a time penalty. Dun dun dun.
Let's not kill it
there's
now.
There's always a sting in the tail. We can't control it, though.
Mandy's brought the facts.
What, she brought the facts?
The opening section of Maggots was named not for the Wrigley larvae, but for nearby Maggot Moor. Beckett's and Chapel Curve, meanwhile, take their names from the medieval chapel of St Thomas and Becket. I told you there was a link there.
I know there was.
You mad Scottish man.
No, it's all good.
Agoni's doing pretty well with this gap now. He seems to be pulling it a bit. He's absolutely on it in that Mercedes triangle.
Yes, as well.
The Dairy Dunker.
It could win a championship.
Well, it didn't in 2022, but it could on this game.
Didn't win it in 2021 either. Drivers, anyway.
Now, Mr. Banshee. Let's not trigger anyone.
Factual. Anyway.
Yes, it was factual, but like I said, let's leave 2021 alone.
Oh, do you know what? Would you have started on... See if we had to dissect this. If Eugene takes the championship...
G-Star's now the fastest man on track.
He is as well.
On the softs.
Oh, Chris Bailey's at a moment. He's no. Has he? What's happened? Chris Bailey's without a front wing.
Oh no, not the Bailey.
He's without a front wing. He's had a collision with someone. Laurent Junior's fastest. Oh my God! There's a Beard Calvin, G-Star and J-Sarge 3 abreast coming down the straight into the long turny bendy.
Oh,
wow.
That's absolute madness. We'll have a quick look at it, but we need to keep an eye on that gap.
1.1.
Agoni has broken the DRS.
He has.
He just needs to not give himself a penalty.
Reese does have DRS though. Interestingly.
He'll have it for this lap, but he probably won't for the next one.
No, he won't for the next one.
Probably in the detection before.
Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you one thing. Wait a minute, young man. Oh. Wait a minute, that doesn't
Young man, I'm older than you.
Yes, I know, but shh. 2 seconds, don't you worry. 2 minutes. Reese is 1 track warning away from a 3 seconds penalty. He's had 2 already.
What about Agoni?
Eugene is, and I will tell you, he has had 1. Wait a minute. He has had 1.
Oh, the drama. 1 warning for Agoni, 2 for Reese. Agoni's had a bit of a moment though. That gap has come down by half a second.
He has.
Back to 6/10. Oh, this is tense.
23, Calvin, Chris Bailey and SW all in the pits. They've had a moment.
All for soft tyres and noses.
Reese is at the point of what could only be described as desperation. It is all or nothing.
He will be giving it his all in that cockpit.
He will, but the gap 9/10 of a second.
Possible Hodgie, the mediums could be going off because he has worked them hard, but he's only on 8 laps.
Yeah.
They should hold out to the end.
19% ERS on you, Joni. 13 to Reese. 3 laps to go.
They're both hammering it like crazy.
They are.
Anyway, let's hide the tyres. We want to see as much of this action as possible.
They're hammering it like an episode of Ground Force. With Charlie Dimmock and Alan Titchmarsh. Right, 7/10 of a second. DRS is open for Mr. Wickham.
The flappy on the Italian fashion job.
Italian Stallion. ERS levels, Mr. Hodgson, 14% for Reese, 24% for you, Joni. Live and exclusive. Still Watford 3, West Brom 2.
Reese is absolutely hammering that ERS.
Yes.
They both are.
But they are, yeah. But the whole thing is Reese going to be doing? Is Reese potentially going to try and build up? Is he going to lose the time this lap? And Eugeni's just kind of. I mean, Eugeni is 9-10%. He's hammering 5% for Reese. This is where we are at the moment. Nick BT's got 3 seconds.
That was a brown trousers moment.
Yep, now Johnny is coming close to some lap cars. He could get DRS down the Hamilton Straight, or whatever it's called these days, Wellington Straight.
The Hamilton Straight's this one. There is no DRS on that one.
No, I know, you know what I mean.
But that,
the big straight.
That DRS will be very, very helpful to him if he's in it.
Well, he's going to get it. He is going to get it, surely.
He's got the detection.
Oh! Calvin's got 3 seconds. Everybody's got 3 seconds.
Era Voice had moved out of the way of the leaders. That's why he got 3 seconds. Great etiquette to see.
Yeah, but it didn't give Eugeni DRS, crucially. But he is now coming up the rear end of Loppy. Eugeni 6/10 of a second. Moved. Loppy has moved.
Oh, he's got in the way of Reese.
Oh, it's going to distract him slightly.
He's driven through him.
He has. Chris Bailey fastest man on the track. He won't get a point though.
Not unless he can gain some more positions. It depends on. Let's have a quick look at penalties.
Des Sweppy gets the fastest lap as well. 0.8 of a second coming on to the final lap. Sounded a bit like a horse race there.
It really did.
I know. I was going to say. And here comes Reese down to the final part of the course. Eugeni just a little bit, 7.5 tenths ahead. Coming down into the braking zone.
So here we are about to start the last lap. His last 3.6 miles, 18 corners. Can he hold it together and claim his first championship? Or can Reese pounce and take it away from him? The tension is unreal.
Bailey gets 3 seconds.
Yep, sorry Bailey, we're not overly bothered about that one.
Nope. Reese gets
6/10 of a second, there's going to be DRS.
6% for Eugeni, 3% for Reese. 5 tenths, 4
into Brooklands,
tenths.
half a second between them, round Luffield.
Oh.
Onto the old pit straight.
Oh, Eugeni got a little bit onto the gravel there.
He really ran wide there, he probably got a warning for that. He's coming up on a lapped car. Will it get out of the way? That's confetti,
it's
Creed.
Confetti, yep. You sounded like him from Bullseye for a minute there.
You sound like a bad man anyway.
Jim Bowen.
Here we go, into Maggots, into Beckett's.
He's going to get, will he get DRS from the Aston Martin?
Round
no, he
into
won't.
Chapel. Hanger straight for the final time.
He doesn't. He doesn't get DRS, crucially, but Reese is too far behind.
No ERS. Into Stowe. Final time. Only the complex to go. Just a few more corners. Can he take it? 1,
Unless...
2. He's coming around the final corner now. Ogoni's going to claim the championship. Reese has lost it on the final corner.
Wow! Thank the Lord he was not in the lead.
What a finish that was.
Wow!
I mean, they left Kid Dynamite 14 seconds adrift. Hats off to them boys. Wow. Ogoni steals the championship by 1 point.
It really, really was.
That was a showdown of all showdowns.
Yep.
Wow. I have no voice.
I not a clue. I mean, that came down to just a combination of events. Doesn't matter whether it was hards or mediums. That just came down to absolutely superb racing. Because at no point during the medium run for Reese and the hards for Eugene did it ever get above 3.5 seconds.
No.
And it remained as close as that when they both pitted.
Absolute class racing from the pair of them. The whole race. I mean, the pair of them are probably sweating absolute buckets right now.
Yep. Wow.
There we go.
There we have it.
Ogoni took the race win and with it the championship. Reese came in second. Kid Dynamite third, Saviour fourth, Anton fifth, G-Star sixth, Bergen seventh, Nick eighth, Chatty Duck ninth, J Sarge 10th, Laurentia 11th, Calvin 12th, Mr Bailey 13th, SW 14th, Confetti 15th, Lorpy 16th, Era Voice 17th, Ghost Rider 18th, Sergeant Uncle Sam 19th, although I believe he DNF'd, and Slayer was 20th.
Wow.
Seppi was the one with the fastest lap in the end of it.
Yep.
Yeah, wow, what a race that was.
There genuinely was not a moment. I mean, we knew it would come down to something, and it came down to the last lap. Ultimately, it did.
That was a bit like esports. It was a slow burner to begin with.
Yes.
And then in the last 10 laps, that just absolutely took off.
It did. It just went. It just bolted like a bull bolting for something.
I'm really glad, though, we didn't get any safety cars to mess that up for him.
Yes. And I think that was exactly what we didn't want to happen, ultimately.
Oh, we certainly didn't.
Nope.
But there we go. That is Tier 1 done for another season. We have crowned the champion. I believe possibly Mercedes have took the constructors as well. But I can't confirm that until the results are done. But I believe that was very tight as well. And a double Mercedes points finish versus 1 points finish for Tory has probably given Mercedes that one as well.
Wow.
That really was wow.
That was something.
I think I need to go lie down in a dark room now.
Yes,
there was
I would agree with that.
Oh no, it was Haas and Mercedes. AlphaTauri were never in it, so I think Mercedes may have took that.
Wow.
Because neither of the Haas boys seem to have scored anything.
Wow.
So yeah, I believe Mercedes have took the constructors as well.
Yeah, we have it.
As Ogoni sneaking the championship in the final race.
Oh.
So there we go, boys
Gutting.
and girls. Thank you for joining us for another week and another season, championship, etc. We start our new season in about 2 weeks.
Yes.
But we've obviously got Wednesday to go first for the Tier 3 and Tier 4. And Friday is 100% round Silverstone. With Connor on comms with a special guest, I believe. Who knows? I don't know who it is. You don't know who it is. We'll have to wait and see.
I heard it was David Croft.
Fair enough. Well, thank you for joining me again, you mad Scottish man.
I think we have entertained our viewers tonight.
I hope so, because I'm wiped out now. But yeah, thank you for joining me, you mad Scottish
That's
man.
all
It's
good.
always a pleasure.
Thank you for having, as always.
Bringing the jungle drums again.
Yep, we got there in the end.
Hopefully we'll be back again next season.
Fingers crossed.
Yep, but there we go. From everybody here, it's good night.
Good bye-bye.